And good evening, everybody, and welcome in to the campus of First Presbyterian Day School here in North Bibb County at George S. Johnson Stadium. It is time for GHSA football on a Friday night. Good evening, everybody. Russell Deese, glad to have you with us as we head into our second week of the high school season. Two long broadcasts for the Macon Touchdown Club Middle Georgia Kickoff Classic last Saturday night. We rolled into the house at about 2:30 a.m. I think we've been paying for it ever since. But we're back and we're with you live as we've got a good one. Two North Bibb County schools, the FPD Vikings out of Single A, and out of Quad A, the Howard Huskies. Huskies went on the road last week to take on a traditional powerhouse in the Jones County Greyhounds and fell on the road at Jones County. But tonight they're back in Macon and they're visiting on a short trip across town to see FPD. I'm going to bring in John Kosater at this time. John, what do you expect to see here tonight between these two clubs? Opening night for the Vikings.
Well, Russell, I'm just hoping for a normal 3-hour game.
Right, exactly. No lightning tonight.
No lightning. The skies are blue. Of course, I thought the skies were blue last weekend, but then it kind of turned. So, anyway, Howard replacing a quarterback, replacing some skilled positions, but they still have little Jeremiah Kelly, a senior running back. He's been starting since a sophomore, and he is an electric running back, and FPD is going to have to find a way to stop them. They've also played a game, so they've had that game exposure already where FPD is opening up tonight. So let's look and see how that affects the game.
Absolutely, and Gervasia Meadows, along with a new quarterback, and Jalen Clark is going to be under center for them. On the opposite side of things, you've got FPD. They're going to start a pretty well-seasoned offense here. Entire roster of the starters here tonight. Some guys we're going to look at, of course, as a guy that's been here for a long time. I keep asking, did they redshirt him? Number 3, Harrison Auld. Hunter Squire, another senior on this team. Corey Kilberg at wideout. The quarterback is a sophomore, Parker Ingram, this year. Then across the front, they go junior, senior, junior, senior, senior, junior. So they've got experience up front, a little less experience on the defensive side of the ball for the Vikings tonight. As we wait for the teams to come on the field, we certainly want to take a moment and thank our sponsors, and we'll let you hear who they are. And this presentation of DSBN Sports is brought to you by, and stand by here a second, and we'll get it up for you. Tonight's DSBN Game of the Week is brought to you by Marco's Pizza, BT Media Productions, The Cottages on Wesleyan, Kudzu Seafood, Lester Miller Attorney at Law, Macon Boots, the Macon Touchdown Club, Middle Georgia State University, Vitafuse.com, Vitafuse Sport, Texas Border Grill, You Park 'em, You Sell 'em, the car lot for you. And we want to thank all those fine sponsors, and we want you to reach out and thank those fine sponsors. While I'm talking about that, you saw Kudzu Seafood, Texas Border Grill, Marco's. We have entered into a lot of agreements with some new folks. If you're not coming to the game, you're going out to eat. Marco's locations in Macon on Zebulon and Riverside Drive will be showing the game on all of their big screens, as well as their restaurants in in Perry, Bonaire, Milledgeville, and Forsyth. You can also catch the game each and every week at Texas Border Grill and at Kudzu Seafood. And Kudzu's about to move into their new place, and we can't wait to go try it. Without any further ado, let's go get the offensive starters first for the FPD Vikings. John, take it away.
Okay, let's see. Left tackle, 11th grader Will Cunningham. At left guard will be a senior, Bo Cook. The center will be a junior, Benjamin Jones. The right guard, also a senior, Wyatt Wilson. The right tackle, a senior, Hunter Squires. While the tight end will be a junior, Barrett Barclay. The skill players, the split ends, a senior, Corey Kilberg. The flanker will be also a senior, Bryce Daniel. The H-back, a senior, Harrison Alds. The tailback, a senior, Griffin Brown. And the quarterback is junior Parker Ingram. As you can see, as Russell said, totally juniors and seniors on the offensive side of the football.
Now, we're going to set the captains for you real quick here. For the Vikings, it's going to be number 44, that's Harry Greer. Number 8 is Dylan Cox. Number 65 is going to be another one of their captains. That's Wyatt Wilson, along with number 22, and that is Griffin Brown. For the Seminoles, it's going to go like this: Christian Thompson, Jalen Willis Jackson, another running back that we had some experience with last year to keep an eye on. Number 14 is Randall Mason, and number 1 is Christian Thompson. So Thompson, Willis Jackson, Isaiah Barber, and Randall Mason are your captains as they meet in the middle of the field. John will keep an eye on that coin toss for me. I'm going to run through the offensive starters quickly for the visiting Howard Huskies. At left tackle is a senior, number 60, Chris Andrews. At left guard is going to be senior, number 55, James Bryant. Your center is going to be Javon Harris, junior, number 68. Your right guard will be Auden Murray, junior, number 57. The right tackle is going to be Jawan Henry. He's a junior, number 54. Tight end, number 40, Wynn Davidson. He is a senior. The running back on the wing side, Jeremiah Kelly, number 6. He is a senior. On the other side, he'll play some wide out slot as well, too. Jarvarzia Metas. He is also a senior and one to keep an eye on here tonight. Fullback, Gerard Pertello is a sophomore, number 35. In the wide receiver rotations tonight, they'll go with Scott Campbell, a senior, number 22, Randall Mason, a senior, number 14, and Duran Wilder, junior, number 12. The quarterback will be Jalen Clark. And John will have the coin toss for us and give us the info, John.
I think that FPD won the toss
and deferred. Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, they'll face them off the other way. And so Howard will get the ball first. They'll shake hands. We'll take our first 30-second timeout. When we come back, John will set the defense for us on the FPD Vikings. You're listening to DSBN Football on DSBNSports.com.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester.
谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
And welcome back. The crowd roars and the Vikings run onto the field. Howard is already on their sidelines. And let's go over to John, and he's going to set the Vikings defense for us here tonight.
Okay, the outside linebackers, 2 juniors, Malone Hudson and Matthew Hurt. The ends will be a pair of seniors, Harry Greer and Wyatt Wilson. The tackles, a 10th grader, Thomas Barfield, and an 11th grader, Will Cunningham. The inside linebackers, a senior, Dylan Cox, and a sophomore, Coleman Colley. The free safety will be junior Andrew Correa. And the 2 other defensive backs, juniors Matt Rose and Jordan Jones.
And the Huskies will break the huddle, and they'll go back with the number 27. That's Jarvarzia Meadows. Back also will be number 10, and that's Tyler Henley. He'll be in the middle. To this side will be Jeremiah Kelly. So they're going to spread the 2 wings on either side on the kickoff, and not going to make it easy on the Vikes regardless of who they kick it to. Kicker will be number 30, Ben Kennedy. He'll tee it up on the 40. And as we get ready for another exciting night of high school football here on DSBN. Welcome into Austin Childers Field on the campus at George S. Johnson Stadium at FPD. And we are underway, and it's going to be a short kick, and Meadows is going to take it on the 29. He's going to drop it and pick it up. Now he's going to come across the middle of the field, break along the 33, roll up to the 34, and made a little something out of it, a busted play. Took his eye off of it, John, and almost left it on the ground on the opening kickoff. They'll give him the 35.
Yeah, he left it on the ground just for a second, and then you see that hole open up, and you wonder how far he's going to go with it. But Graham Meyer for FPD put a stop to that.
So they'll go over and see Coach Paul Carroll. He is assisted by Jarvis Bank, David Denson, Jim Rowland, Darrell Johnson, Brian Willis, Even Rodenroth, Daniel Dukes, LaRon Scott, Greg Street, Brad Honeycutt, and Harrison Gore. Your defensive coordinator is Travis Reese. Offensive coordinator is Lee Hammer. Under center will go Jalen Clark. Going to give it to Meadows. He's going to try to cut off that left tackle, and he's going to pick up about 1 or 2, and the Vikings are going to close on him awfully quick, and it's only going to be about a 2-yard pickup.
Nice defensive pressure. Harry Greer got the tackle, and he was along with number 20, Barrett Barclay, and they held him to a short gain. Nice way to start for the Vikings.
Meadows will be on one wing when this time they'll set him up in the backfield with Portillo, and they're going to go to Jarvazier Meadows again, and he's going to pile over to the 44-yard line. He's going to be about a half yard short of a new set of downs, and it'll bring up third and really short. They'll give him the 44. They'll mark it down. I think it might be less than a yard. Let's see how they mark it. No, they're going to mark it back to the 43. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 and quickly up to the line. Quarterback's going to take it, try to get a push up front. I don't know if he got enough or not, John.
Yeah, I think he got it. In the middle, number 9 there, the quarterback. And, yeah, I'm going to think that he got that. That was Jalen Clark on the carry straight up the middle, and I think he's going to get enough.
And he does, and a new set of downs. Portillo and Meadows, they'll go to Meadows, and somebody's going to knife in there for the Vikings, and that was a great play to get inside the middle of that and disrupt him in the backfield and drop him for no gain, maybe a half-yard loss, and I think that is the case. We'll call it 2nd down and 11.
Malone Hudson got in there with that tackle coming off the end.
This time they'll move Gerald Kelly back in the backfield with Portillo at full. Almost a split backfield, really, old pro set kind of thing. And they're going to run a little trap on the inside by Meadows, and it pulled him for a second. But, boy, the Vikings defense is quick to the ball here tonight, John, as he only picks up about 3 yards. They're going to give him maybe 2. He might get 4. We'll see where they mark it.
Nice play. It looked like that could pop.
You'll see that one again tonight.
No doubt. Little misdirection. Handled well. 59, Will Cunningham, one of the first people to get in there.
Duran Wilder will be wide out to this near side. At tight end will be Wynn Davidson. This time they'll go with Jeremiah Kelly. Offset behind the pullback, and now Kelly will get his first pick of the night, and he'll go and run for yardage, and he's going to be wrapped up along the 47-yard line of the Vikings. Good tackle in time that time in pursuit by the Vikings on defense. It's going to move him inside. Let's see where they put him. They're going to put him right along the 45-yard line. Got to get to the 44, nose of the ball to it to pick up a new set of downs. It's a 4th down play and a big one at this. They're going to flip Duran Wilder from right to left, and they're going to split him out wide. They better hurry down. 19 seconds on the play clock. They got time. Jalen Clark up under center. This time, send Meadows in motion. Try to get somebody kicked out on the end, and they barely do, and this is going to be awfully close. Vikings did a good job of staying in containment. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that one is very close.
I think he may have it by the nose of the football, but it's going to be close. Let's see where they set it down. They're not even going to measure. That's 1st down. 1st down and 10 on the Vikings 44-yard line. 3rd 1st down of the night for the Howard Huskies on this opening kickoff. Got that battle gray pants and the graphite helmets with a chromatic Husky on the side of it. Sound like Muncie. Get the picture. 8:18 in the quarter. Clark going to take his first pass of the night, and he's going to throw it out there. He was trying to go to Randall Mason, incomplete, and falls incomplete, so second down and 10.
Now against Jones County, he put the ball up 24 times. You know, Howard wants to throw the football. He completed 12 of them, so he had a pretty decent game throwing the football.
So a second down and 10, ball rests on the 44 of the Vikings. Clark will bring him up to the line. He'll split Mason out this time. He's going to roll out with some protection. Vikings going to get him, but he's going to dump it underneath, and he's got a man down there, and that's Portillo, the fullback, on a little wheel route almost, and got him into the 36-yard line. Got to get across the 35 to at least the 34 and a half to pick up a new set of downs. Third down, we're going to call it a full yard, and it's going to be a long one. Number 14, Mason, will go split to that far side. In the backfield, they'll go Portillo, and this time they'll put Meadows as the back, and they'll go to Meadows, and he'll step in. All the way into the 28-yard line, and a new set of downs for the Huskies.
That's number 15, Andrew Correa, with another tackle, but that's Javarzia's best run of the game, about 7 yards. He's already carried it 6 times on this drive, Russell.
They're going to try to lean on the Vikings maybe a little bit with this running game. That's what Paul Carroll wants to do. Going to take and go to Meadows again, and he's got a hole outside, and somebody shot in there and saved a big, big run, maybe. Number 15, and we've called his name several times already tonight for the Vikings.
Andrew Correa. He has. I think that's at least 3 tackles. He was the one who tackled Jeremiah Kelly one-on-one a few minutes ago.
And that's no easy task.
No, sir.
Ball on the 24. Second down and 6. Under center, go to Meadows again. No, make this Jeremiah Kelly, and he's got fresh legs. Somebody's going to grab for the Vikings, number 59 in there, and we got a flag, and we got a hold against the Huskies, so that was going to bring that one back.
And that was nice defense again. Will Cunningham getting in there, and Collie Brady also. And, you know, you're talking maybe the best running back in Macon this year in Jeremiah Kelly, and they've done a great job with him so far.
To the 34, and it's going to bring up a second down and the ball. Let's see where they're going to put it down on the 34. Got to get to the 18, maybe the 17. We're going to call it 18 to go. This time, Jalen Clark will go in a shotgun. He'll send Scott Campbell from left to right. Going to throw it out in the flat on a little lead pass. He's going to pick up some yardage. He's going to pick up about 8 of the 10 back. About 11 for the Huskies. Eating up some clock here now. This is going into a 6-minute drive, rather, for the Huskies to open the game. So, you know, with Paul with this wing formation, he just kind of, although he has kind of hybrided this wing situation a little bit now, runs more fullback with this single setback than putting both of them on the wings in a traditional sense.
Nice little pass out there to Scott Campbell that time. That's a new twist already that we're seeing from this team from last year.
Javion Clark goes in motion. They're going to take it. No, they're going to run the jet sweep and fake it. And Jalen Clark is going to rush inside the 20, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and 2 now. And decisions Husky as their field goal kicker.
They're not thinking field goal right here, I don't think.
4th down and 2. Going to give it to Meadows. No, make that Jeremiah Kelly, and I believe he's going to fall in to the 18, but it's going to be awfully close. This one's, yeah, they're going to call him short. They're going to put the ball on the 18 and a half, make it the nose end of the 19, and the Vikings are going to get the turnover on this one.
So that's 14 plays right there, and over half a quarter that they ate up with the football, but FPD's defense hung tough. No big plays at all.
Yeah,
right there.
6 minutes and 59 seconds off the clock, though. That was a big drive. And we'll get John to set the defensive starters for us for Howard. As the FPD Vikings will come up to the line. Peter Ingram being a shotgun. Harrison Alds will be the H-back, and now they'll put him in a slot. They're going to leave it inside with Griffin Brown, and he's going to pick up 2 yards and fall into the 20, about the 20-yard line. Across the front on offense, they'll go Cunningham, Crook, Jones at center, Wilson, Squires, and Barkley. Daniel and Kilberg will be your wideouts. Alds will be your H-back, Griffin Brown your tailback, Peter Ingram at quarterback. Corey Kilberg will come split to this far side. They'll go trips to the right. Single setback will be Griffin Brown. Ingram in a shotgun. Going to do it, throw it in a seam underneath. And he hit number 20 that time for the Vikings, who was in there, and that was Barrett Barclay. And he's going to picked up about 5 that time and got to the 25 and a half.
Quick little pass there. That's what FPD wants to do this year, and it sets up a 3rd and 4.
Clock has really run on that drive by the Huskies. They got it to the 18, and the Vikings defense held. Brown the lone setback. Ingram going to throw it out here, and he's going to hit his man, number 20, who's in on the play again that time, and that's Barrett Barclay.
He's going to be short. No, they gave him the first down.
Yep. Got it to the 35. New set of downs, and the Vikings now have their first down of the game at the 3:34 mark, and the clock runs.
Very important first down, Russell. Got to give that FPD defense a chance to rest.
They're going with 3 wideouts again. Ingram stopped. Look, now he's going to throw a fade out there on a little give and go, and the man was there in good coverage. He tried to go out there that time to number 3, and that was Harrison Alds, who seems like he's been here for 9 years. He's like Renfro from Clemson.
7th-year senior.
Got redshirted 3 times.
Nice defensive play by Christian Thompson back there in the secondary, knocked the ball away. It looked like a good pass, and it would be completed for just a minute, but came in to break it up.
Harrison has been a very good player here for the Vikings through the years. Jordan Jones will go split to that far side. They'll go trips to the near side this time. Ingram going to drop. Going to throw it over the middle, and he's going to hit Harrison Alds, and somebody for Howard's going to come in there and hit him after about 2 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. We're going to call it long 7 here. Ball's going to rest on the 3.
29, Cameron Russell. They call him the strong dog on defense. Nice tackle right there.
So Alds, Barkley, and Jones will go split to the far side. Ball's going to be snapped low, and all he can do is fall on it all the way back on the 27-yard line. That's going to bring up a 4th down and about 13 for the Vikings, and they'll have to kick it away here. Harrison Alds will be in punt formation for the Vikings. Back deep is going to be Jeremiah Kelly, who, if you had your rathers, you'd rather not.
No, he's pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. You'd rather not kick to him. And Harrison Alds is going to have it go off the side of his foot, and I think this is going to stay in Viking territory, maybe along the 38, 39-yard line. It's going to be along the 38. So a bad punt. That's only a 12-yard punt for the Vikings. Yeah, we'll give him 13. They're going to put it on the 29.
Reminds me just a little bit of never mind, I'll save the Auburn rips for later. We'll save that a little bit. Who's Auburn play tomorrow? Texas, El Paso?
Yeah, somebody like that. Ranked number 10 in the nation. Who the Dogs playing?
Got a tough one
We
on the
know
road.
Alabama's playing the Bible Academy for the Blind.
Oh,
so
my. You just cut down Vineville Academy of the Blind.
they got a better – they probably got a – well, they're probably as good as Vanderbilt. Jalen Clark going to give it to Meadows. Boy, the Vikings got a push, but he got on the corner, and they still knocked him out. And now we see why it's strung out, and that's going to be a hold. Somebody held a long time. And you know what? I'll tell you what. On that weak side over there, FPD is doing an excellent job on getting upfield and staying in position and staying within their bracket and not letting them get back. And even I think they're doing a good job of the cutback lane too, although we haven't seen Jeremiah Gervasia Meadows really cut back on it because they've strung it out so well.
I agree with you 100%. You know that Howard has 2 or 3 really fast running backs. And, you know, FPD's handled it so far.
So Meadows is going to be split wide to this near side along with Mason. And they're going to run it up inside with Portillo. And that was a 15-yard penalty. Well, no, I'm sorry. It was 10 from the spot of the foul. So he's going to get it back from the 46 to the 49. So that's a pickup of 5 on the play. But it's going to bring out 2nd down and 20.
FPD doing a good job on Jeremiah Kelly. I put it in print that he's going to get 150 yards tonight. Right now, don't know about that one.
Meadows down this far side. Parham rather to the other side. Clark's going to look, and we're going to get a false start here.
Getting a little sloppy. You'd think these penalties would be against FPD playing their first game. But that's 3 flags in the first quarter for Howard, all on the offensive side.
So they'll roll the clock at 48 seconds. Howard ate up a lot of this first almost 7 minutes of the clock in their opening drive. Vikings got them a stop inside the 20, but were unable to move it. And now the Huskies with their second possession of the night. Clark's going to roll and going to run a little bootleg. He's going to have to stop and cut it back inside. Found a little bit of a cutback lane, got to the 45 of the Vikings, and now a late flag's going to come in as he fell into the 44 on a 2nd and 24 play. And let's see who this one goes against. Maybe a face mask.
Yes, it was.
Face mask against the Vikings, so that'll mark them off 15. And that's going to give the Huskies a new set of downs with 26 seconds to go here in this first period of play. Nope, 5-yard penalty. Ball to the 39.
Jalen Clark looks good running the football for Howard. He's a very agile quarterback, so we figured that out already.
So Meadows down below here with Duran Wilder. To the other side will be Parham. Single setback now goes to Jeremiah Kelly. Going to take, and Jeremiah Kelly's going to step in. 35, 34, 30. Cut it inside the 20, 24-yard line. It's going to take 4 Vikings to bring him down along the 24. That's more than enough on a 4th down and 9 play. He's going to pick up a new set of downs. He's going to go 16 big yards into the 23-yard line. And that's the end of the first. Timeout on the field. Scoreless first quarter. You're watching GHSA after this timeout.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Westland, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Westland.
Welcome back to George S. Johnson Stadium, Austin Childers Field here on the campus of First Presbyterian Day School. It's the Vikings and the Howard Huskies, 1A against 4A. And a scoreless first quarter. And, John, your thoughts on that first quarter? It was all Howard simply because they ate up the clock, but a great defensive stand by FPD, and their defense is playing really well here tonight. But now a little life as Jeremiah Kelly seems to get rolling a little bit.
Well, you look at the numbers. Howard's run 17 offensive plays and FPD only 6. If that keeps up this entire game, the FPD defense is going to wear down, and those running backs for Howard are going to have big games.
So Jalen Clark will have a new set of downs. Ball rests along the 23-yard line, first down and 10. They'll go split with Meta Spar to this side this time. Scott Campbell and Duran Wilder, they'll go 3 to this side. Throw it in the middle of the field, and he had a man. He just dropped it. Had a little curl route underneath right along the 15, 16-yard line, and that was number 2, and that was Jason Parham, who was lined up on the other side. Dropped it.
Yep. Pretty good throw. Pretty good throw. You know, Howard's already thrown the ball 4 times in this game, so they're not scared to throw it.
Parham will come to this side along with number 18, and that's Javion Clark. Jeremiah Kelly will be the long setback. They'll go split on the other side with Scott Campbell. Give it to the quarterback, and he's going to keep it himself. And he's going to run inside, and he's going to get to the 10-yard line, and he is going to pick up 13 big yards and another set of first downs for the Huskies. And let's see if they spot him outside the 10. They're going to put him along the 11.
That's a nice tackle right there by Dylan Correa, but he had to come out of the game after that tackle.
Javion Clark in the slot this time. Take, and the quarterback's going to keep it, and somebody, number 54, got his hand in there and knocked him down.
54 knocked him down. Hunter Squires and 13, Collie Brady finished him. Nice tackle.
They'll put the tight end on this near side. That's Wynn Davidson. They'll go split far to the other side with Jason Parham, going to take, and the quarterback is going to keep it. That's Jeremiah Kelly, and a little inside the 10 and roll inside the 5 and roll into the 1, and it's going to be first and goal for the Huskies with 10:29 in the second period in a 0-0 game.
Quick and shifty, no doubt about it.
Kelly and Pertillo will be the setbacks. Clark under center. Give it to Jeremiah Kelly. Let the man step in there. Can he get in? He is in for a 1-yard touchdown plunge with 10:14 to go in the second period. It is a 1-yard run by Jeremiah. And GHSA Game of the Week. Want to thank everybody that viewed in the long day last week at Mercer. Folks, we've had over 20,000 of you watch those games, over almost 15,000 of you live that night. And we appreciate all your viewership, and tell your friends, families, and even your enemies about us. We'd love to have them join us each and every Friday night. Elizabeth Rodenroth is going to kick it through, and the extra point is good. 7-0, Huskies on top. Timeout on the field, 10:14 in the second. Howard 7, FPD nothing. We'll be back after these.
I am Lester Miller, and if you've been in an accident or hurt on the job, I want to work for you. My office is right across the street from the Bibb County Courthouse, and it doesn't end there. Middle Georgia is my home. I graduated from high school here, college, and Mercer Law School. My family goes to church here. My kids go to school here. I work hard for my community, and when you need an attorney, I will personally take your call.
Thanks, Lester.
And I will work hard for you, too.
Contact Lester Miller today for your free consultation.
Ready? And welcome back to FPD, George S. Johnson Stadium. Somebody said that we were calling out the wrong players on Howard. Well, They better not be, because those are the numbers and the rosters that Coach Paul Carroll sent to us 24 hours ago. Roden Ruth will kick it off on a short kick, and it's going to fall to the ground. Little pooch kick, and the Vikings, I think, are going to come up with it.
Yeah, that was a little dangerous there for FPD just for a minute. Not sure who was going to come up with that. All right, let's see if FPD can get this offense going. You know they want to throw the football.
And let's see, late coming into that lineup that time for the Vikings was Andrew Coria. Going to take and going to give it to Griffin Brown. He's going to find a little light and go across the 36, ball into the 38 before he's brought down.
43, Keanu Blash with the tackle, 2-yard gain there.
Peter Ingram will get the play in from the sidelines. Alls will be the slot to that side. Ingram in a shotgun. He's going to give it this time to Griffin Brown again, and they're going to get a face mask on Howard on that one. They've tackled him way behind the line, but somebody reached in there and grabbed his face mask immediately as soon as he stepped into the line of scrimmage.
And that was Keanu Blash again. He was right there in the backfield, but reached a little high, and he pretty much had a face full of.
So that'll move it up to the 49-yard line of the Vikings and give them a new set of downs. They'll go trips to this near side. Jordan Jones will be the wide right. Perfectly down this near sidelines.
That was Jaquan Jackson on the coverage. Very good coverage. Really no chance to complete that pass. That's twice FPD's tried to go downfield, but they haven't been able to complete one yet.
Corey Kilberg will check in for the Vikings. He'll be split to that far side along with Harrison Alds. Jordan Jones to this near side. Going to look, going to throw it out of the flat, and he just short-armed it and led his tailback, Griffin Brown. Going to try to run that just little dump screen in the corner over there. Brought the corner that time from Howard on a little bit of a blitz and got to him in a hurry.
Lots of pressure there led by number 29, Cameron Russell. In his face, made him throw it, made Ingram throw it a little fast, and that's an incomplete pass. 3rd and 10 right here, Russell. Big play.
Correa checks in. Andrew Correa checks in for the Vikings. Jordan Jones will come split to this near side. And the Vikings are going to take a timeout on a 3rd and 10, 8:47 to go in the half. 7-0. Howard leads it. We'll be back after this timeout.
To be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
Johnson Stadium here in North Bibb County tonight. It's the FPD Vikings out of Single A taking on the Howard Huskies out of Quad A. And it is a 7-0 ball game right now with the Huskies on top. And the Vikings have the ball facing in 3rd and 10 on their own 49-yard line. And, John, they just haven't been able to sustain anything offensively. Their defense has played extremely well so far here tonight. But they need to pick up the pace on offense. Jordan Jones will be to this near side. Ingram going to, and he's going to make a big catch as he has many times through the years for the Vikings down at the 35-yard line. He broke his route off and gave his quarterback a
say Parker Ingram needs to maybe look downfield a little bit, and he found his guy.
Correa and Alls to the other side, but they'll stick with the tailback, and that's Griffin Brown, and he'll step inside from the 35 and go to the 30, pick up 5 big yards.
To Tontravius Cecil.
Correa and Alls to that far side. They'll bring another wide out of this side, and it's going to get mishandled by Ingram, but he's going to complete it out here in the flats, and he got out here to Bryce Daniels, number 6, and that's Bryce's first catch of the night, and going to pick up about and that's exactly what they're going to give him.
And he was wide open. I mean, there was nobody close to him, and that's after Ingram bobbled the snap.
Alds and Correa on the other side. From Brown inside the 11 to the 10. He's close to another set of downs, maybe a half yard short. So now FPD is going to pick up the pace a little bit. This time they'll send a wide out to that far side, and that's 10, and that's Corey Kilberg. And Ingram's going to throw one in the corner to Jordan Jones, and a beautiful catch in the corner. And he put it where nobody else could catch it on the backside shoulder. And he falls in, and we're 1 point away from having a tied-up game. And Peter Ingram put that one on the money.
Beautiful pass right there. Ingram in the hands to Jordan Jones from 11 yards out.
Extra point will come. Snap, touch, kick is up, and it's blocked. And it's in, they're not going to go. Of course, you can't return it in high school. So 7:18 to go. 7-6 is your score. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to DSBN Sports presentation of GHSA football on DSBNsports.com. We'll be back. Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. Welcome back. 7:18 to go here in the first half, and the Vikings have struck with Peter Ingram on a 20-yard touchdown pass to Jordan Jones. Parker Ingram, rather. But the extra point was blocked. And Howard's going to return this one out to about the 33-yard line.
That was number 10, Tyler Headley on the return. So up.
So Howard to get another shot at it here with 7:11 to go in the half. I want to thank everybody for listening on the way here tonight. Two great games last weekend that we got to open the season with is the Macon Touchdown Club Middle Georgia Kickoff Classic. We'll talk a little bit about that as we go along. Pretty impressed with that Washington County football team last week. Taking him, give it to Jeremiah Kelly. He's going to spin outside, break one tackle, break two. Going to dance out of bounds along the 41. We're going to give him 6 yards. They'll give him the 40. We'll give him 6 yards.
Been 2. He spun and spun and spun, but now we got a flag.
And it's going to be holding, and that, golly, that had to have been way behind that play.
5th penalty of the game for Howard.
Will kill your momentum every time. 7:02, the clock stops. They'll back them up 10 rather, excuse me. And that's going to put the ball, nose into the ball inside the 30, back to Howard's side of the 30. Jalen Clark. Run the shotgun, sprint out there. It's got a man, and Jarvasia Meadows is going to drop it, and that's the second drop pass of the night out of the backside of the backfield for Howard.
Yeah, Jarvasia caught 8 passes last weekend, but the quarterback couldn't have laid it in there any better. Hit him in that bad place, hit him right in the hands.
Second down and 14. Going to drop straight back, going to throw it, and Meadows is going to catch it this time, coming back inside, and he's gone. One man to beat. And he's going to take it 70 yards on a touchdown. Just ran a little middle screen on a back inside block, and he took it 70 yards.
That'll turn the momentum around right there.
And it's 13-6 now with 6:33. So 36 seconds after the Vikings score, with the aid of a penalty that stopped that board with the biggest play of the night. Elizabeth Rodenroth with the extra point. Snap, touch, kick is up, and it's good. Timeout on the field. Your score, Howard 14, FPD 6, 6:33 to go before halftime. We'll be back after these timeouts. And welcome back to George S. Johnson Stadium. Russell Deese, John Kosater, Brandon Thompson at the controls as we get ready to kick it off with 6:33 after a 70-yard run. Upman's going to take it, and he's going to bring it across the 35 to about the 37 before he's brought down. And on the return that time for the Vikings was number 24.
And that was number 4, Jaquan Jackson with the tackle.
That was Matthew Hurt on the return for the Vikings. So they'll set up shop on a good field position here, John. They just got to go right back down and answer this score.
Very good field position. You know, Howard's playing on the kickoff. Elizabeth Rodenroth is going to get it to the 30. So that's going to give the other team good field position almost every time.
Barclay Kilberg will go to that far side, along with Harrison Alls. Jordan Jones will be down to this near side. Parker Ingram throw it over the middle, and he's got his man that time, and that's Bryant Barclay, the tight end. Pickup of about 4 on the play, maybe 5. We'll call it 2nd and 6. 6:11, the clock runs.
16, Andrew Garnett with the tackle.
Jordan Jones down here to this near side. As much as I love air conditioner, that was getting a little cool. Going to take and going to give it to Griffin Brown, and he's going to try the left side over there. And let's see, did he put the ball on the ground? He may have, but they may have called him down.
No gain there, it looks like. And you know, Griffin Brown, he's a straight-ahead runner. There's not going to be a whole lot of cuts. He's going to run straight ahead and get what he can get. There wasn't a whole lot there that time.
Harrison Alves will be the slot on this side. Jordan Jones will be wide. They'll throw it out there. Tried to go to number 51, Andrew Correa.
And that's 4th down. There's no way you can go for it right here. You got to
up a score, and the ball's on your own 43. And Greg Moore is going to do just that, and Harrison Alves is going to go into front formation. And Jarvarzia Meadows is going to go back for the Huskies. And he'll stand along his own 26-yard line, maybe inside the 25, and he will. He'll stand along the 20. Ball will be snapped from the 43. Good snap. Alves has got it and gets it to turnover, and the ball's going to go out of bounds, maybe right there along the 18, 19-yard line. It'll look like a 9-iron shot, and they'll move it up a little bit now. And they'll call it out along the 23-yard line, and that's where FPD will start, the Huskies will start in play with 5:21 in a second quarter that has not moved quite as quickly.
Now, really seriously, Russell, can you only hit your 9-iron 50 yards? That's not enough. How about?
I was talking about more the motion of the ball.
Okay. I was thinking
the
maybe
backspin of the ball.
Sand wedge or lob wedge, or you just went straight 9-iron for 50 yards.
Yeah, you know, golf. It's kind of like baseball.
Hey, in case you were wondering, Savannah Country Days leading Stratford 14-0 early in the second quarter.
Yeah, glad to have you finally go to work on some updates. And
oh my
Clark
goodness.
is going to give it to Jeremiah Kelly, and he's going to make a big run, and he's going to pick up 11 yards, and that's going to be a first down for the Huskies. And now the Huskies are starting to get a little energy in their step here now.
Last year, I think we covered Ed DeFore, and I believe it was like 48-0. It was really bad. I remember that.
Meadows to this side. Parham will be in the slot to this near side. Take and going to leave with Jeremiah Kelly again, and he's going to have room to run. He's going to get away from somebody to put a hand on him in the backfield, and he's going to pick up 8 big yards to the 43-yard line. Got to get to the 45 to pick up a new set of downs. 4:40 to go, and the clock runs.
And Jeremiah Kelly's numbers growing by the minute.
Parham to this side, Mason, and they have gone regularly now with Meadows out in a slot. They'll send him from right to left, and they'll give him underneath to him on a little jet sweep. He's got his first down, cross midfield, and the 48 before he's brought down back along the 50, but they'll give him forward progress, I believe, at least to the 49, and that's a first down for the Vikings.
And, you know, like we talked, what you see, Howard controlling the football, and they're starting to wear down this defense a little bit. The defense has done a great job up to the last drive in this drive right now. Looking a little bit tired out there right now.
3:59 to 14. Clark going to roll to his right. Got room to run if he decides to tuck it, and he does. He'll cross the 45 into the 44, but they'll bring him back to the 45. So pick up about right at 5 yards on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 5. He's got to get the nose into the football just to the other side of that 40-yard line to the 39 side of it to pick up a first down. Split to that far side. That means they'll put Meadows over there. In the backfield, they now have Portillo at full. Jeremiah Kelly. And will be take of Meadows, and he's got a first down and more. He'll step into the 35. That's enough for the first down, and it'll be 1st and 10. Stops the clock with 3:38 as they move the chains.
That's the 29th offensive snap for Howard, while FPD, they've had 17 snaps, and we are, we're starting to get late in that second quarter.
Scott Campbell will be the slot to that far side. Meadows will go wide. Take and look. Quarterback's got pressure now. He's going to have to roll out. Stop. Cut it back in. Can he set his feet again? He'll look, and he won't throw it. He'll just run out of bounds along the 34-yard line. Maybe a yard on the play.
Jalen Clark's got a lot of him at 6'2". He is a big, tall kid. Someone who can drop back and pass. He's got very good feet.
Javion Clark will be the slot on this side. I would imagine that's Jalen's brother. Parham will be wide. Wilder will be the wide out to the other side. They'll bring Meadows, and they'll fake the jet sweep, and the quarterback will keep it right up the gut. He's got room to run. He gets by one more. He's got to score. He will not. He'll fall into the 14-yard line. That's a 20 and a half in a 14-16 ball game, and now the Huskies are quickly up to the line. Randall Mason will be the wide out to that far side. Wynn Davison will be the tight end. They'll go power football on the left side this time. There goes Jeremiah Kelly. Steps in. 2. Steps out of 1. Not the second one. He'll get 2.
Nice job of tackling right there. Let me get that number. It looks like number 20. Barrett Barclay, one of the first people to hit him.
Going both ways tonight for the Vikings. Second down and 9. Take and going to give it. No, Clark's going to roll out here. He's going to look. He's going to look for the tight end. Now tuck it a run to the 5, to the 3, to the 2. They'll move him out along the 1-yard line, I believe. Yep, he's going to be just short of the goal line. 1st and goal with 2:02 to go here in this first half of play. And just missed getting it in on the pylon on that corner.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get in too.
Randall Mason will go split to this side. They'll go heavy backfield this time. They'll go more of a true wing formation with Jeremiah Kelly on this left side take, and they're going to give it to Meadows, and he's going to fall in there after some power football. FPD tried to hold him up along the 1, but Meadows is in for his second touchdown of the night with 1:44. Excuse me, Meadows' first touchdown of the night. 20-6 is the score.
That is his second touchdown.
I thought, yeah, he had a 70-yarder.
Yes, he did. I'm sitting here shaking my head at Russell. No, Russell, that's his first, but yeah, that is his second. I'm going to get fired before this night's over.
Elizabeth Rodenroth will come in to try to make it her third extra point of the night. Been perfect so far. Snap, touch, kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field. 1:44 to go in this one in the first half. 21-6. Vikings, can they answer before the half? We'll be back. Football on DSBNsports.com. Welcome back. Rodenroth to kick it off for the Huskies. And it's going to be a short, and the up back's going to catch it sliding along the 33-yard line. And they may give him the 34, and let's see where he fell out at. And they're going to mark him right along the 35. So with 1:43 to go in the half, Vikings need to answer here, 21-6. Let's go to John Kosater with an update on some scores.
Got a couple scores that everyone watching this game probably worried about. Savannah Country Day beat 14-0 late in the second quarter, and Mount DeSales leading Landmark Christian 14-6 with 5:25 left in the second quarter.
Interesting.
Good football.
So Ingram going to throw it out there to Jordan Jones. Did he catch it? Yeah, I think he came down with it. He stretched, couldn't move much with it because he really strung him out and he had to go up and climb the ladder to get it, but he'll pick up 4 yards on it. We'll give him 4 yards on the catch and bring up a second down and 6. 1:24, the clock runs. 21-6 is your score. Ingram in a shotgun, gonna throw it, and Jones was right there and just went right through his hands. Not for sure he didn't look up at the linebacker coming inside.
Little short arm action there. You can't blame guys going over the middle, and he was going to take a big hit. Maybe just looked up a little bit too soon to be able to catch that football.
Yeah, well, sometimes that saves your life.
Oh, yeah. 3rd and 6 here, too, Russell. Huge play.
This is big for FPD. They need to mount something here and try to answer these last 2 scores by Howard. They'll go trips to this near side. Ingram in a shotgun. Look. And somebody ran a shorter route than he was looking for, and he was trying to go out here to number 15, Coria.
I don't see a flag out there. Something's been called, though.
Maybe on that far side. Let's check it and see. Greg Moore looks over at the referee. And it's going to be defensive pass interference, and that's going to give them a first down with 51 seconds to go.
Huge. Six penalties on Howard.
That gives them a first down right. Nose end of the football is going to be dead on the 45-yard line. They'll spot it down. 58 seconds. Let's see what the Vikings can do. Harrison Alls will be in a slot this time. They'll put the tight end Barclay on this side. Jones will be split to the near side. Brown will be the setback as Ingram stays in the gun. Drops, going to throw that fade again, and not for sure who miscommunicated there because Jordan Jones was running an inside route, and the Huskies had a man up top, and lucky he didn't come down with that ball.
Jaquan Jackson, and Ingram even overthrew him by a few yards. He couldn't quite get to it.
So that leaves 52 seconds on the clock, second down and 10. Going to take and leave it with Griffin Brown, and he's going to cut inside, but he had a good head of steam, but he got knocked down after only about 3 yards up to the 48, and a big third down coming now. Trying to catch somebody asleep there in the middle on that little trap they ran with Griffin Brown because they had them spread with the wideouts. And it went for 3, but they're going to have to hurry up with the clock now at 28 and 27 in the ticks. Take and going to throw it out here to Harrison Alls, and he just missed it along the 37-yard line. Beat his man, had a man trailing from Howard that time. Alls ran a pretty good route, just couldn't drop it in there to him.
Good route, pretty good coverage by Jordan Gray over there. Made Ingram make the perfect pass, and he couldn't quite get it on Alt's fingertips, and FPD is going to have to punt the football again.
19 seconds to go on a 4th down and 7 with the ball sitting on the 48-yard line. I'm not going to say this is a good call by Greg Moore. You don't want to make a mistake here with 19 seconds to go. Kick it away and don't kick it to the back. I mean, just kick it down the field, maybe kind of angle it a little bit. And let's see, we got a timeout by Paul Carroll. The Huskies will take it with them. 18 seconds when we come back. GHSA football on DSPN Sports. We'll return.
There is a legend among fishermen in central Georgia about Kudzu Seafood Company and the most interesting man in seafood, Captain Lee. To create his infamous jam pups, Captain Lee has a school of docile barracuda trained to grate the cheese and panko breadcrumbs with their razor-sharp teeth as he, Captain Lee, gently tucks individual grains of rice into his shrimp and sausage jambalaya. Rice, Captain Lee handpicked while blindfolded, a skill acquired from years of silent training in a Tibetan island monastery. Stop in at Kudzu Seafood Company, 473rd Street, downtown Macon, and see the legend for yourself. Stay coastal, my friends.
And welcome back to George S. Johnson Stadium, and on a 4th down and 7, Harrison Alls will stand in for the Vikings to kick it away. And a dangerous one for Howard. Going to take, and the ball's going to bounce on the 23-yard line. Jeremiah Kelly's going to pick it up on the 11. One man will miss him, two man will miss him. Third man will get him. He'll fall forward to the 17-yard line with 5 ticks on the clock. And Paul Carroll, John, just trying to set something up and maybe get a return.
Yeah, that was all return. You got a guy like Jeremiah Kelly back there. You may as well give him a shot with the football.
Absolutely. You're not going to regret it, I can assure you. We'll try to look up some scores for you at halftime as well. Anything on that West Side Harris County game?
Have not seen anything. Just was flipping through. I'll try to do that again at halftime.
You are the man. That's why you get paid the big contract.
Hey, we need to talk about that.
Jalen Clark, he'll go under center. Take a snap, take a knee. Clock will run down. 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of the first half here from George S. Johnson Stadium on the campus of FPD. So 21-6 is your score at the half. We're going to step away. We'll come back. We'll try to get you some updates on some scores. You're listening to GHSA football on DSPNsports.com. We'll be back.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester. Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester.
谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Westland, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Westland.
I am Lester Miller, and if you've been in an accident or hurt on the job, I want to work for you. My office is right across the street from the Bibb County Courthouse, and it doesn't end there. Middle Georgia is my home. I graduated from high school here, college, and Mercer Law School. My family goes to church here. My kids go to school here. I work hard for my community, and when you need an attorney, I will personally take your call.
Thanks, Lester.
And I will work hard for you too.
Contact Lester Miller today for your free consultation.
To be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Macon Boots is the newest addition to Midtown Macon. With brands like Rocky, Ariete, Georgia Boots, and more, Macon Boots can help you find the boots you're looking for with unbeatable prices. Whether it's boots for work, everyday wear, or maybe boots are just your thing, we have a whole selection from America, Canada, and Australia. While you're here, make sure to check out our authentic belt buckles, handmade knives, genuine leather wallets, and much more that you can only find at Macon Boots. We fit Macon.
There is a legend among fishermen in central Georgia about Kudzu Seafood Company and the most interesting man in seafood, Captain Lee. To create his infamous jam pups, Captain Lee has a school of docile barracuda trained to grate the cheese and panko breadcrumbs with their razor-sharp teeth as he, Captain Lee, gently tucks individual grains of rice into his shrimp and sausage jambalaya. Rice, Captain Lee handpicked while blindfolded, a skill acquired from years of silent training in a Tibetan island monastery. Stop in at Kudzu Seafood Company, 473rd Street, downtown Macon, and see the legend for yourself. Stay coastal, my friends.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester. Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester.
谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Westland, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Westland.
I am Lester Miller, and if you've been in an accident or hurt on the job, I want to work for you. My office is right across the street from the Bibb County Courthouse, and it doesn't end there. Middle Georgia is my home. I graduated from high school here, college, and Mercer Law School. My family goes to church here. My kids go to school here. I work hard for my community, and when you need an attorney, I will personally take your call.
Thanks, Lester.
And I will work hard for you too.
Contact Lester Miller today for your free consultation.
To be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Macon Boots is the newest addition to Midtown Macon. With brands like Rocky, Ariete, Georgia Boots, and more, Macon Boots can help you find the boots you're looking for with unbeatable prices. Whether it's boots for work, everyday wear, or maybe boots are just your thing, we have a whole selection from America, Canada, and Australia. While you're here, make sure to check out our authentic belt buckles, handmade knives, genuine leather wallets, and much more that you can only find at Macon Boots. We fit Macon.
There is a legend among fishermen in central Georgia about Kudzu Seafood Company and the most interesting man in seafood, Captain Lee. To create his infamous jam pups, Captain Lee has a school of docile barracuda trained to grate the cheese and panko breadcrumbs with their razor-sharp teeth as he, Captain Lee, gently tucks individual grains of rice into his shrimp and sausage jambalaya. Rice, Captain Lee handpicked while blindfolded, a skill acquired from years of silent training in a Tibetan island monastery. Stop in at Kudzu Seafood Company, 473rd Street, downtown Macon, and see the legend for yourself. Stay coastal, my friends.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester. Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester.
谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Westland, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Westland.
I am Lester Miller, and if you've been in an accident or hurt on the job, I want to work for you. My office is right across the street from the Bibb County Courthouse, and it doesn't end there. Middle Georgia is my home. I graduated from high school here, college, and Mercer Law School. My family goes to church here. My kids go to school here. I work hard for my community, and when you need an attorney, I will personally take your call.
Thanks, Lester.
And I will work hard for you too.
Contact Lester Miller today for your free consultation.
To be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
Hey Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Macon Boots is the newest addition to Midtown Macon. With brands like Rocky, Ariete, Georgia Boots, and more, Macon Boots can help you find the boots you're looking for with unbeatable prices. Whether it's boots for work, everyday wear, or maybe boots are just your thing, we have a whole selection from America, Canada, and Australia. While you're here, make sure to check out our authentic belt buckles, handmade knives, genuine leather wallets, and much more that you can only find at Macon Boots. We fit Macon.
There is a legend among fishermen in central Georgia about Kudzu Seafood Company and the most interesting man in seafood, Captain Lee. To create his infamous jam pups, Captain Lee has a school of docile barracuda trained to grate the cheese and panko breadcrumbs with their razor-sharp teeth as he, Captain Lee, gently tucks individual grains of rice into his shrimp and sausage jambalaya. Rice, Captain Lee handpicked while blindfolded, a skill acquired from years of silent training in a Tibetan island monastery. Stop in at Kudzu Seafood Company, 473rd Street, downtown Macon, and see the legend for yourself. Stay coastal, my friends.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester. Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester.
谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Westland, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Westland.
I am Lester Miller, and if you've been in an accident or hurt on the job, I want to work for you. My office is right across the street from the Bibb County Courthouse, and it doesn't end there. Middle Georgia is my home. I graduated from high school here, college, and Mercer Law School. My family goes to church here. My kids go to school here. I work hard for my community, and when you need an attorney, I will personally take your call.
Thanks, Lester.
And I will work hard for you too.
Contact Lester Miller today for your free consultation.
To be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Macon Boots is the newest addition to Midtown Macon. With brands like Rocky, Ariete, Georgia Boots, and more, Macon Boots can help you find the boots you're looking for with unbeatable prices. Whether it's boots for work, everyday wear, or maybe boots are just your thing, we have a whole selection from America, Canada, and Australia. While you're here, make sure to check out our authentic belt buckles, handmade knives, genuine leather wallets, and much more that you can only find at Macon Boots. We fit Macon.
There is a legend among fishermen in central Georgia about Kudzu Seafood Company and the most interesting man in seafood, Captain Lee. To create his infamous jam pups, Captain Lee has a school of docile barracuda trained to grate the cheese and panko breadcrumbs with their razor-sharp teeth as he, Captain Lee, gently tucks individual grains of rice into his shrimp and sausage jambalaya. Rice, Captain Lee handpicked while blindfolded, a skill acquired from years of silent training in a Tibetan island monastery. Stop in at Kudzu Seafood Company, 473rd Street, downtown Macon, and see the legend for yourself. Stay coastal, my friends.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester. Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester.
谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Westland, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Westland.
I am Lester Miller, and if you've been in an accident or hurt on the job, I want to work for you. My office is right across the street from the Bibb County Courthouse, and it doesn't end there. Middle Georgia is my home. I graduated from high school here, college, and Mercer Law School. My family goes to church here. My kids go to school here. I work hard for my community, and when you need an attorney, I will personally take your call.
Thanks, Lester.
And I will work hard for you too.
Contact Lester Miller today for your free consultation.
Stadium as we come back from halftime. John Kosader with us here. We're going to try to get you a little bit of a recap of the first half as we're about 60 seconds away from kickoff of the second half. John's got a couple of updates on some scores and some other scores we're still searching for. John, give us a little idea what's going on around the mid-state here tonight.
Well, let's look at Veterans leading Bleckley County 14. Austin County leading Central 21-0 at the half. Mary Persons leading Jackson 12-. In the second quarter, Mount DeSales up 21-6, and Stratford losing the Savannah Country Day 14-0, and that's about all we're finding right now.
Well, we know the fans are watching. We got our buddy from the Macon Touchdown Club, Philip Sanders, out there watching us on the 80-inch screen TV at the house. Don't forget you can do that each and every week. Just go to our DSBN Sports YouTube Live page, and you can watch the game in full HD each and every week. John, let's go back and talk about this first half now. Parker Ingram has moved the team a little bit up and down the field. They just have not been able to get into the red zone enough, and you got to start worrying a little bit as Howard started to lean on the line a little bit and started to get this running game going. They'll kick it off as FPD deferred in the first half. They'll receive it in the second half, and we are underway here to start the third quarter, and we'll get a fair catch on the 29-yard line, and that is going to be by Griffin Brown, and that's where the Vikings will set up shop, trailing 21-6 here in the third period.
And some of the numbers for the first half are, staggering, really. Howard ran 12 more plays. Doesn't seem like a lot, but if you look at that for a game, that's 25 more plays, basically. Howard ran for 165 yards, and FPD ran for 20. Total yardage 249 for Howard and only 83 for FPD. But FPD's hanging in.
Going to get a bad snap, and that's not going to go his way to start the third period of play as the ball came on the ground to him, and he goes down hard, and he's a little slow getting up as he'll lose from the 29 back to the 24-yard line. That's a loss of 5 on the play. And we've got a correct pronunciation for Andrew Correa.
Correa. Is that right, Correa?
Correa. Griffin Brown will be the lone setback. Jordan Jones will be wide this side. They're going to throw down, and he's going to throw it back inside. And it's going to be caught. Oh, incomplete. And he was going to Correa at that time. And he went up and got it, but couldn't hang on to him. Good fight by the Huskies defensive back.
Christian Thompson and Jason Parham over there with the defensive play to stop that ball. So right now, Parker Ingram 8 of 15, but for only 63 yards. So 63 yards through the air,
which is highly unusual for a Greg Moore football team.
Yeah, they just haven't really been able to go downfield at all. You know, they had one 20-yarder. Besides that, nothing.
Going to try to throw it in the middle this time, and Correa has got it, and the ball's going to come out. Now they'll say he's down. So that's going to bring up a 4th down and 14, and that means they're going to have to kick it away. And back is going to go Meadows, who's a dangerous return man for the Huskies, and they ought to get good field position out of this one.
Yeah, just a real difficult start. Board. Howard started dominating the game a little bit with the run late in the half, and now they're giving it right back.
Alls is going to have a punt that's going to go short and out of bounds, and let's see where they mark it. It's going to be his second bad punt of the night here as it went off the side of his foot again, and they're going to mark it on the 45-yard line of the Vikings, and that's where the Huskies are going to take over 1st down and 10.
So you look at Howard in their backfield, the quarterback. Jalen Clark, 8 carries, 63 yards. Running back, Jeremiah Stevens. Is it Jeremiah Stevens? Is that right? Or did I say that name wrong? Jeremiah Kelly. I don't know where I'm getting Jeremiah Stevens. Jeremiah Kelly, 9 carries, 61 yards. Javarzia Meadows, 10 carries, 41 yards. So 3 guys really starting to dominate this football game a little bit.
Wilder will come out to this side. Jeremiah Kelly will be the lone setback. They'll go to him and immediately feed the beast. And he's going to step inside the 40, 35, get on the corner, get to into the 28-yard line. Let's see where they'll mark him out. Maybe the 29. We'll give him the 28. So a big 17-yard pickup and a new first down for Howard. So the ball will rest along the 28-yard line. They'll have it first down and 10. 10:04 to go here in this third period of play. 21-6 is your score. Howard on top. We'll try to keep up with some other scores for you along the way as they come in. Still looking for that West Side Harris County score. Clark going to roll out, and he's going to hit a man along the 25-yard line, and he's going to fall into the 20, and that's tight end Wynn Davidson. And that's going to pick him up about 7 yards on the play, and it's going to bring up a second down. Well, we'll call it 9, second down and 1.
Nice little wrinkle there. You got to like that they're able to throw the ball. Jalen Clark's 4 for 7 on the night.
Side, they're going to go to Jeremiah Kelly. FPD's going to string him out in the backfield. Can they hem him in? And they do. And they nope, they're going to let him get away, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. 5, if not 6-yard loss, but could not wrap him up, and he is cat quick, and he got back. Lost from 1 on the play. It'll bring up third down and 2.
You know, Jeremiah's kind of shifty.
You reckon?
They had a lot. He spins and just a tough guy to get a hold of.
Portillo, the lone setback. This time they'll send 20-yard line. He'll fall into the 17. Had to get to the 18.5 to pick up a new set of downs, and that'll move the chain. 25. Well, we thought it would.
Yeah, I think he got a first down. Clock is moving. So
go to Portillo, the big fullback again, and he'll drag some tacklers for about 7 big yards, maybe 8. We'll give you 7 on the play. About the 12. They'll call it 6 on the play. Yeah, they'll move it back to the 14 now. He'll go hold on that side, and I'm not sure who it was on. Somebody tried to get a kick out block, and they got a hold instead.
I got a halftime score.
Here we go.
Harris County 21, West Side 20.
Wow.
Yep,
so
one of those games.
So a back and forth, holding it is. That'll back him up. Let's see where the penalty was from. They're going to mark him back to the 23. Got to get to about the 8 to pick up a first down. Second down now. We'll call it 14. Ball rest on the 23-yard line. So a wild and woolly shootout over at Ed DeFore Stadium. Can't wait to go over there and put that one on the live video for you to see the brand new stadium, the new turf. Going to throw it underneath, and he tried to go that time to Jason Parham, and he dropped it, threw it a little bit behind him. More than a few drop passes here tonight, but I'm not going to fault Parham on that one because he was going. Yeah.
Clark. Sure.
We'll go far to that side. make that Meadows. Campbell will be in the slot. This one with them. 6:58 to go in the third, 21-6. When we come back, it'll be 3rd and 13, but Howard's knocking on the door at the Vikings 22. You're listening to GHSA football on DSBNsports.com. We'll be back.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester. Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester.
谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Stadium, campus of First Presbyterian. Russell Lease and John Kosater. 21-6 is our score. 3rd down and 13 for the Huskies early in this third period. Ball along the 22-yard line. Send the man in motion. Vikings are going to come on. And they let him, and they got a wrap. He is going to, and he ain't the biggest guy in the world, but you just don't arm tackle.
He is so quick. I mean, and you know, a great call, a great setup. You saw the rush coming in, and then he throws a little screen over to Jeremiah, and Jeremiah just takes off like a bullet.
Come on. 3 of 3 on the night, trying to make it 4 for 4. Snap.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Westland, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Westland.
On the season, they return home next Thursday, September 10th, starting at 5.
Back is we're back on a short kickoff again. And they've just done that little pooch kick all night, and that was number 24 for the Vikings, and that's Matthew Hurt.
And 29, Cameron Russell with the tackle.
Put the ball on the 39-yard line. We'll try to keep up with some updates for you as we things coming in. We'll keep an eye on them as far as scores go for you. And I know a lot. Ingram going to throw it out. A little room to run. The 39 and go up to the 46, a 7-yard pickup. And I'm moving back to maybe the 45 and a half. We'll call it second down and a long 3 with 6:13 and the clock rolling.
Yeah, that's a big old nasty hurricane.
I'm scared you're gonna lumber your generator.
Well, I don't really think it's going to do a whole lot in Macon. I think we're going to get some rain.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
On a low snap, and that's about the third low snap of the night for the Vikings. Ingram did a good job of saving that one.
But, I have a son in Tallahassee, so I'm kind of he's not going to worry about it until after the FSU at noon.
The Boise State game.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's a must-win for Florida State.
Yeah, no doubt. Go to Griffin Brown. Can he get a push? And he does, and the Vikings line gives him a big push, and he rolls all the way up to the 48-yard line, maybe the 49 of the Huskies, and they stay alive on the drive. And it's 1st and 10 with 5:08 left in the third period of play. Ingram staying a shotgun, another low snap. He scoops in, and he's got Harrison Alls down here on the 20 to the 15, rolls inside the 10-yard line. Let's see where they'll mark him along the 9. And he split the seam of the two deep coverage with a man over the top. And Ingram put that one in there perfectly, and he beat his man on the one-on-one coverage.
38-yard gain. First time they've really been able to go downfield.
And they're going to put it on the ground on another low snap, and luckily Griffin Brown was there to fall on it, but it's a 3-4 yard loss for the Vikings. And they got to settle down here, John, and quit shooting themselves in the foot.
Got to cut this to 2 scores right here. They have to be able to put the ball in the end zone here. It's getting late in the third quarter now.
Going to flip it out here this time to the tight end, and Barrett Barclay's going to catch it, and that's going to pick up some yardage and get him inside the 7, maybe the 7-yard line. We roll to the 3:59 mark of the third period, nose into the ball on the 7. It's going to bring up a third down. They've got to get to about the 3 to pick up. No, they're going to. It's going to be 3rd and goal. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The fumble threw me off.
3rd and goal. 12 and 19 for Mr. Ingram today.
Kilberg will go out that far side. Alds in a slot. Going to take. And it's going to get knocked away at the last minute on very good coverage by Jason Parham out there. Now we're going to get a taunting flag. And that's going to give them an automatic 1st and goal because that's a personal foul in the end zone. I believe that's going to give them a 1st and goal.
Oh, yeah, and he did it. He had a dumb moment over there, and I'm sure he is no longer in the lineup, and he is getting a mouthful over there. That was a huge penalty. We had a 4th down coming up. Now it's 1st down and goal, I think.
Paul Carroll personally took him out of the game on that one.
And all it was he made a great defensive play over there, and he stood there and shook his head and did all that stuff to the receiver. And you just can't do that in high school football.
Yep.
So it looks like it's about the 4.5.
Half the distance to the goal, but 1st and goal, the most important thing. Huskies come up in a 4-man front. Ingram going to stay in that shotgun. They're going to draw them off sides. That'll give them 1st and goal at the 2.
9 penalties, 78 yards for Howard.
Here's an update. Marist is up 42-0 over Lovett at the half. Gotta love them War Eagles, baby.
Is Marist the War Eagles?
They are.
I'm glad to see there's one quality football team in the South named War Eagles that is quality.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know
good to know, Marist.
I don't know another team
Marist
named War Eagles besides Marist.
Well, or, you call them War
Gotcha.
Eagle.
You Georgia guys are so easy to trip up. It's
Call
not
them
even-
Tigers.
Just a little asleep at the wheel always,
Call
aren't
them
you?
whatever we want to call them.
You want to come over to the house for the game when we watch the Georgia National Championship? I'll bring out the film projector.
Yeah, I'd love to watch it.
8mm film.
I'd never watch it. I've never been invited to your house, so I'm feeling quite honored.
28-6, 321. I mean, they won that before Betamax was around. That's awful.
If
Man.
anybody's ever been to Russell's house, let me know. I'm fairly sure he lives in a tent. Or he lives at his car lot, one or the other.
I live in a creek behind the car lot.
Because I can drive by any time of the day or night, and his car is there, so.
321. Damn close after that Obama economy I went through.
Oh. And you've got Dawson's right next door to you. I mean, you've got it made.
Hey, you haven't made a comment about my spelt figure. 28-6, and they're going to stick it in on a touchdown. Griffin Brown gets a score. And now it's a 28-12 game, and the Vikings look like they're going to kick it.
I saw him over here working with the holder throwing the ball. So let's see what happens. We're just over here working on that.
Veterans leads Bleckley County 14-10 at the half. Warner Robins was up 16-0 over Locust Grove at the half.
Picked all those games right so far.
So let's see what they do here on the extra point. Snap is good, touch is good, kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field. 3:16 to go in the third. The Vikings have answered 28-13. We'll be back after this timeout.
To be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
Welcome back to the campus of First Presbyterian Day School, George S. Johnson Memorial Stadium. Russell East, John Kosader. You got anything else on updates?
Well, my phone's down 26%, so.
Right.
That's my update.
Well, we can give you a hurricane update. It's up to a Category 4 now.
Looking around West Palm Beach.
They'll kick it deep, and Jeremiah Kelly will take it along the 7-yard line. Go down that far sideline. Break away from one, break away from two. Better get him. Better get him. And they're going to finally drag him out along the Vikings' 44-yard line. They'll say he stepped back out at the 48. Let's see. Savannah Country Day scores again to make it 20-0 with 3:28 left in the third quarter. And Stratford did block the extra point. All of a sudden my phone gets turned on and we've gotten a lot of text here.
You're probably mostly for me about my announcing and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a Peabody coming for you, I can tell. An SB.
Well, we need something big to happen for something like that to happen, to get discovered. That's why we're here, right?
That's why we're here. 180 seconds to go in the third. Jalen Clark, single setback behind him. Going to take and give it to Jeremiah Kelly. And he's not going to go very far. He's going to get shut down. Actually, that was not Jeremiah Kelly. That was Jalen Willis Jackson, who we got to see several times last year, John, play. And he looks like he's put a little size on compared to last year. He had to come in and spell Jeremiah Kelly, and then he had that really bad ankle injury in that game, and he had a good game that night. Was that West Lawrence maybe?
Maybe so, yeah. Jeremiah Kelly spent a lot of time hurt. He had nagging ankle injuries most of the year last year.
And they'll keep Willis Jackson in there, and there's a fumble on the play, and Jalen Clark's going to pick it up, and he's going to get sacked all the way back to his own 35 from a 2nd and 12 on the 50. It's going to be third down now, and 27.
And that's Matthew Hurt.
Put the hurt on him.
He put the tackle on him. You know, it's tough to tackle anybody one-on-one these days, and Matthew Hurt did a good job right there.
Jeremiah Kelly now back into this near side will come Duran Wilder. To the far side will go Scott Campbell and Meadows. So weapons on the field on the 3rd and 27 with 1:39 to go in the 3rd. Going to throw that little bubble screen again, and Gervasia Meadows is going to get about 15 of those yards back, but we're going to get a flag on the play, and somebody's going to hook somebody that was trailing that play, and that's going to be a holding call, I believe. Thrown right about the 50. And it is going to be holding against the Huskies, and that's going to back them up 10 back to the 40. And FPD is going to decline it.
Interesting. Well, they still, it's 4th and 10 at the 50, so that's probably the right call.
Right.
To make. No.
Wilder will split to this side. Jordan Jones now will go back to receive this punt for the Vikings. Juan Cardenas will be the kicker. And let's see what we got here. Now, you wonder, the ball is at midfield. Would you try a fake here? It could be devastating. And we've got delay a game or 12 men on the field on this call here going against the Huskies, and it's going to back them up some more.
That is penalty number 10.
Good Lord, that's a 15-yard penalty.
And almost 100 yards of penalties.
Discipline.
Yeah.
We see it all the time, John, at the high school level. Teams with talent, but sometimes the discipline gets away from them. Cardenas kicks it away. Jordan Jones in traffic, and the ball hit him. It sure did, and the Vikings are really, really, really lucky that time that number 12 was back there for them, and that was Walker Andres.
Big play by him. No doubt about it. Howard had a chance at that football, and really should have had that football.
So 69 seconds to go in the third, and FPD's going to have the ball on their own 35. .109. So now we're going to huddle here, and let's see what they're doing. All right, the ball's on the 35-yard line. this an official timeout? Or let's see. Yeah, okay. I guess there was some question about possession of the football. But, yes, it touched Jordan Jones, but it was clearly recovered.
Clearly recovered. And, hey, FPD's got a chance to be one score down. Not going away.
28-13 score here. It's a new ball game heading to the fourth. 1:09 to go here in the third period of play. Going to try to sling it out here this time to Bryce Daniel, and it's going to be intercepted on the play and returned the other way from the 28. Bring it back across the 45 to the 47-yard line, and immediately it's turned over. And
Jaquan Jackson with the interception. Huge play.
Parker Ingram is not happy with his wideout on that play. He was trying to go to Bryce Daniel, and he wanted him to go further out on the route. Instead, he turned in, and so the quarterback and him are having a discussion about that. Ball is going to be placed on the 48-yard line.
Now, Bryce Daniel, I know for a fact he's a senior, and he hasn't played football since junior high. And he's out there doing his best. Maybe didn't run the route that they wanted.
Take and going to leave it to Perdillo on the inside handoff, and the big fullback is going to rumble for about 7 yards. He'll go from the 48 of the Huskies and roll in to the, let's see where they mark him. You know, he'll go to the 46. We'll give him 6.5, maybe 7 on the play. Perdillo is the fullback. Jeremiah Kelly on one wing. And now Paul Carroll's going to a truer wing setup. Going to give it to the fullback again. One man's going to hit him. Second man's going to hit him, but he's still going to be close to a first down along the 44-yard line, almost to the 43 of the Vikings. And that's going to end the third period of play. Timeout on the field. Huskies driving, trying to put the nail in the coffin, maybe. 28-13 when we come back. We'll start the fourth. GHSA football on DSPN will return.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester. Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester.
谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Welcome back on a Friday night, opening week of the season for most everybody. Last week we had some games, but everybody's opening up tonight. Harris County and Westside over at Ed DePore in a battle. Here they'll swap ends of the field, and now the Huskies will go left to right. Ball along the 43-yard line, first down and 10. Nope, make it third down and 1. Just short. Perdillo will be the fullback. Jeremiah Kelly will be half. They'll go to Kelly. Step in, got his first down by a yard. Ball's into the 41. Needed to get to the 42.
FPD's done a good job with Jeremiah Kelly. He's got 79 yards, 12 carries, but nothing big. No huge runs. Maybe a 15 or 20 yarder is his longest, but they've done a good job on him.
We got laundry on the field here, too.
Yeah, there's a flag.
Set the call here.
We're going backwards.
And we're going backwards. And it's going to be a 10-yard hold penalty, and it's going to move the ball back to the 48-yard line.
That's flag number 11.
So they got to get to the 42, and now it's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Jeremiah Kelly will be the wing. Tillo and Meadows. Ooh, and somebody shot the gap and hit him, but they didn't bring him down. And he's going to drag a tackler after breaking a tackle in the backfield for a first down.
Javarcier Meadows. Nice hard run. Got the first down. And, you know, Russell, that's a play. FPD could have had him in the backfield. Javarcier Meadows ran through that tackle.
Ball along the 40, first down and 10. Big break for the Huskies. Bad break for the Vikings. Keeps the drive alive. Huskies lead it 28-13. They've led it all night. Clark under center. Going to toss sweep to Meadows. Meadows going to step in on the corner, pick up 5, pick up 6 before he's brought down along the 34, maybe 7 on the play.
So Meadows, 13 carries, 57 yards on the night. Just a part of that grinding Howard offense. They've thrown the ball 10 times, and they've run it 22, 34, 38 times.
That will wear on a team in the fourth quarter. 10:30 and the clock ticks. Go to Meadows again. Give him another dose of him, and he goes all the way inside the 24-yard line. So another pickup of 10 big yards, and now they're starting to lean on the Vikings a little bit.
They score a touchdown here, you know, it's been a good football game. I mean, you know, FPD, like you said, Howard hung 54 on them last year, and they've battled tonight.
They certainly have. Take and go to Jeremiah Kelly. Kelly steps in, 20, and he'll get put down right there. Correa on the tackle.
And we've called Correa's name numerous times tonight.
On both sides of the ball. 9:38. Clark going to take and roll out. He's got room to run if he can get by the corner, and he does. He'll step inside the 15-yard line and roll on to about the 14 where they say he'll step out, but that's enough for the first down. 6-yard pickup from the 20. Needed about 4. Stops the clock with 9:13.
Another big play. Had to have a guy miss him, and he made the guy miss him. Jalen Clark, another good play. He's managed the game well today.
Mary Persons is up in their game 29-14. Gonna take and gonna give it to Jeremiah, make that Javarcia Meadows, and that's a touchdown. Unless we got laundry on the field, and I do not see any. So that makes it 34-13, a 21-point lead.
And that's Javarcier Meadows' 3rd touchdown of the game. Meadows and Kelly, that's awful tough back there in the backfield.
So Elizabeth Rodenroth will come on and try to make it 4 for 4 here tonight. Make it 5 for 5, rather. Snap, touch, kick is up, kick is good. Perfect on the night, 8:49 to go. Huskies lead it. We'll be back after this timeout.
I am Lester Miller, and if you've been in an accident or hurt on the job, I want to work for you. My office is right across the street from the Bibb County Courthouse, and it doesn't end there. Middle Georgia is my home. I graduated from high school here, college, and Mercer Law School. My family goes to church here. My kids go to school here. I work hard for my community, and when you need an attorney, I will personally take your call.
Thanks, Lester.
And I will work hard for you too.
Contact Lester Miller today for your free consultation.
Welcome back to George S. Johnson Stadium. 13-yard touchdown run by Javarzier Meadows. And that puts them up 35-13. Jordan Jones will take this one along the 27. He's got room to run, and he got outside. 40, 35, 25. One man to beat him, and he pulls him down. And Howard had a man save a touchdown, and that was number 5.
Nice breakaway speed there. Looked like he was going to pull away, but Jordan Gray did a great job. Really, he saved the touchdown for now. But they're on the 6, I believe.
You know, there's a lot of discussion, let's say, about the short kickoff. Find you a kicker that can kick it in the end zone in high school, because they can't return it. And just like that, on the first handoff and a great cutback by Griffin Brown, the Vikings are in the end zone, and now it's a 35-19 game. The Vikings are going to kick go for 2 here. Parker's going to come out, so nope. He's going to stay in. So the Vikings going to go for 2 here. Parker Ingram will go under center. They'll go power I this time. Gotta love it. Power I. Hadn't seen it since '83. Taking turn and going to fake. He's going to roll out. Got a man wide open, and that's going to be a 2-point conversion. And we'll try to catch who that was that caught it.
Looks like number 43, Graham Meyer, but that's a long way away. Yep, that's Graham Meyer.
There it was. We'll watch the replay up here in the booth. I'm bringing you binoculars next week, by the way.
Well, if I had my glasses, I'd be okay.
Spotter.
Not really.
You don't remember the old days, Spotter, Dick Payne, and Louis Phillips?
No.
Okay.
That must be an Auburn thing.
That's your boy Munson.
Oh.
7:59 to go. We'll keep it right here. Try to look up some other scores.
Russell, who are you going to be watching tomorrow night at 7:30? I know you're going to watch the Georgia game, Georgia Vanderbilt.
I'd rather
right?
watch paint dry than watch a Georgia Vanderbilt game.
So,
that was about as exciting as Georgia Tech and Clemson last night.
Is there another game on tomorrow, or what?
No, nobody's playing tomorrow. Who's Alabama playing?
Duke.
Duke. That might be the one I need to watch. That's probably afternoon game.
Mount of Sales up 34-6.
Stratford was down 20-0. Still, man, somebody. All right, Hannah Jetmore, if you're listening out there, I need an update on West Side.
Veterans 21-10 over Bleckley County.
Back deep will be Jeremiah Kelly, and they're going to try the onside kick, and almost had it. And let's see if they get it. They do not. That was a pretty good call at the 7:58 mark.
Number 14, Randall Manson gets on that football. Nice job, because it was rolling around. So, okay, here's the deal. What's Howard going to do now? Howard's going to pound the football and try to run this clock out in the game. And they're going to run the football.
My buddy Jason Downey just texted me the score of the Howard FPD game. Wonder how you
thank you for doing
thank
that.
Thank you, Jason. We're right here with you, baby.
I don't think this Samsung charger is going to fit into my phone. No. Oh.
7:56.
Thank you. Where's the ball?
Jeremiah Kelly, and they're going to sack him behind the line, way behind the line, about a 5-yard loss.
You really can't say enough about this FPD defense.
They fought here tonight.
Yeah,
now.
It's been a great effort. They're so much better than they were last year.
Perry's up 29-0.
Who are they playing? Northeast.
Yes, Northeast.
Northeast. Thought that game would be a little closer.
Look, I got a better update out of the Auburn-Opelika high school game. 7-0. Tigers lead it. Javarzier Meadows will catch that one on a little out pattern out here along the 45-yard line. That's going to give them most of their yardage back and then some. Pick up of about 8, 9, 10 on the play.
Javarsier's had a game.
Make that a 12-yard game.
He's got 91 yards catching passes, 81 yards rushing. That's like we're heading towards 200 total offense for Javarzier Meadows today.
Randall Mason with 5:06 will get this after the play, and Clark's going to get the first down and more as he'll move it to the 50-yard line. We have an update. 5:06 left in the third quarter. Westside and Harris County are now tied up at 34 each. Woo! Somebody forgot the defense.
Woo! Yeah, that's a pretty good football game.
Yes, it is.
Third quarter.
5 minutes left.
You want to run over there? Never mind. That's too far.
Yeah, go ahead and start backing up.
Yeah.
Meadows is going to be split out to that far side. Camel will be in a slot. They'll put Mason down here below on a 1st and 10. Ball sets at midfield. The Vikings have made this a 2-possession game here now. Clark going to fire. Got a man right there in the middle, and he caught it, and that's Meadows, and he took a direct hit, and he just powered his way for 11 yards and a touchdown. But that young man's about to sew up the DSBN player of the game, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's over 100 yards receiving. Of course, one of them went for 70.
Right.
But 102 yards receiving unofficially, 81 yards on the ground. That's a pretty good night. And love this quarterback. I mean, he's just looks very confident. Jalen Clark throws a good ball.
Clark under center. He's going to give it this time to number 3, and that's Jalen Willis Jackson in the game for about his 3rd carry of the night. And I was impressed with him last year when he had to come in and give some help on this offense. He's a kid I'm sure Coach Carroll wants to work more and more into his play calling this year. Portillo single setback, and they're going to shoot the gap and get Jeremiah Kelly off that wing, and number 44 for the Vikings got in there and got him good.
Harry Greer. So, you know, I've held Jeremiah Kelly in check. 76 yards is a pretty good game, but Jeremiah's had to work for every yard today.
Timeout on the field. We'll take one with them. 21 Huskies trying them out. A game-winning drive here, maybe to put it away. We'll be back.
To be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
Stadium. All right, Mr. Producer, don't be giving me the fake signals over here now. I don't know where to start. 4:49 to go. Central Georgia Sports Report. Mr. Michael Lau gives us Crawford County 7-7 at the half. Now, he'd be bitching and moaning at me if I didn't put on there who they were playing on that tweet. I hope he's listening.
I saw him here earlier.
Mary Persons leads Jackson 29-14 at the end of 3. Going to throw it out there to Meadows, and he's got room to rumble. Down the sideline, he'll finally go out of bounds from the 43 down into, they're going to give him the 31. Did he step out before the first down marker? Surely you jest. And he did. He's going to be about a yard short.
So we're marked
maybe 2 yards short. Yeah, so he went from the 43 to the 34. 9 yards on the play. 4. Calling it a long 4. Big play here for the Vikings with 4:35 to go. Can the defense bow their back? Under center. No, they'll go in a shotgun. Go to Jeremiah Kelly. He on the line of scrimmage, and they're going to take over on downs. And John Cosater, that is a huge play on defense for the Vikings.
It keeps them alive.
Keeps hope alive.
4:31 left. You know, they have the football and have a chance to cut it down to 1. And, you know, I can't say enough about the defensive effort. Howard comes in here and they want to run the football, and they've been able to at times, but, you know, very good effort. The numbers aren't going to look good yardage-wise, but they've done a great job.
4:31, going to look and going to throw it out here to Griffin Brown. Got one block, cuts it in, and he'll fall forward to the 38. That's going to pick him up about 6, make it 5 yards. See where they mark him at. Well, they put him down on the 8 or the 9 here. Ball's on the 33. They're going to give him 6 big yards, nose into the football. Going to break up a 2nd down and 4. But Parker Ingram in a shotgun. Drops straight back. They come on him. Throws it in the middle of the field, and a bad choice. And Harrison Alls is complaining that he was held by number 5 of the Huskies coming in, but I don't see that.
Number 5, Jordan Gray on the coverage. Ingram, 14 of 22 in the game.
Jordan Jones to that far side. Alls will come in a single setback. Go to Griffin Brown. 1 breaks 2. He drug 3 men across the 45 to the 48, and a new set of downs and keeps the drive alive.
Griffin Brown's had a very good second half. He's up to 39 yards rushing.
Barrett Barclay will go slot or tight end and H back to that near side. Drop straight back. Going to throw the fade to Harrison Alls. Going to have to really go up and get it, but it falls out of bounds. And he had over the top coverage and a man on his back, on his front side there. So pretty good throw if you think about it from Ingram. He made a safe throw there when he saw that he might had coverage over the top. 2nd and 10, 3:31. Jones will go to the other. Ingram drops, got Harrison Alls. Trying to spin move, didn't go very far with it. He got to the midfield stripe, pick up about 3. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. And barely crossed the midfield. Time, clock's ticking away on him here. Trailing by 14. Alls will go to the far side over there with Jordan Jones.
Here, Russell, I know you don't think that I can do this kind of stuff, but you know, obviously unofficial have yards in this game. FPD with 166.
Wow. But yet it's only a 2-possession game, really. Going to throw it in the middle on a 4th down play, incomplete. And the Huskies will take over on downs.
So Ingram probably going to end his night. He's 15 of 26, and he has 61, 78, 84, 96, 106, 110, 126 yards passing, which, you know, lots of short stuff. And FPD has run 37 yards in this game.
Dimensional, and they just have not been able to connect consistently.
And that is the 49th carry of the game for Howard.
Wow.
62 plays for them.
And about to go to their 50th rushing play right here.
62.
Well, quarterback's going to take, and he's going to try to run away from the pressure, and he's going to get sacked 3 yards back, make it 4 yards back, maybe a 6-yard loss, and I think it is going to be a 6-yard loss. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 14, maybe 15. Got to get to the 40. And the ball is going to be on the 47. Timeout will take 35-21, 1:58 to go in the 4th. We'll be back up at this timeout. So on a 3rd and 12 play, ball on the 47.5-yard line. Gonna take and gonna give it to Jeremiah Kelly, and he's gonna step in, and he's gonna get a 1st down and more, and he's gonna roll in. The Vikings had him behind the line and just couldn't hang on to him, and he goes from the 48 to the 34. Big 14-yard pickup and a 1st down and 151. John, that'll pretty much do it.
Yeah, that's gonna salt it away. Finally, a lot of people didn't expect this game to be close.
Clark under center, going to take and fake and roll out to his weak side on the left. He's going to run it himself, 30, and then he's going to get to the 29, and he's brought down quickly. It's like the FPD defense, they've had pressure on this Huskies offense at times, but they just haven't been able to keep their finger in the hole on the dike.
And, you know, the FPD defense has been on the field the entire game. 65 plays to 41 for FPD. And really, FPD's inability to run the football has hurt them.
We go to 60 seconds, and they'll take it and hand it to Portillo.
And we're going to call a timeout.
And FPD's going to call the timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll try to get some quick scores on a 30-second break. You're listening to GHSA Football on DSBNSports.com.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks,
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester. Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester.
谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Welcome back. Going to give it inside to Meadows, and he's going to streak away for a 27-yard touchdown and make it 41-21 with 43 seconds. And he is the man of the hour in this game for the Howard Huskies. And
that is
he has been a difference maker.
Touchdown number 4. And let's count his yardage. That is 108 yards rushing, 112 yards receiving. That's 220 yards on 21 touches today. Javarcier Meadows. Quite a game.
Elizabeth Rodenroth on to try the extra point, and good. 6 for 6 on the night for her. Timeout on the field, 40-21. We'll come back in the stadium.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Westland, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Westland.
Welcome back. 43 seconds to go in this one. Javarcier Meadows has been a man on fire here tonight, and he has some impressive stats. Rodenroth will kick off. And come back in the middle, and the Vikings are going to push up that return up to the 43-yard line.
So we're going to make it official. Javarcier Meadows.
Got to hold off, cuz.
Player. I'm casting my vote now, and I'm one of how many votes? Yes, this is American Idol over there.
Well, I'm Simon Cowell, or Crowell, whatever the hell his name is. 34 seconds to go.
Javarcier Meadows.
You had some updates?
No, not really.
Okay.
Mount the Sales 40-6. I know that.
Mary Person score.
Mary Person's winning big over Jackson.
39-10. That one was in the fourth. West Side was tied up at 35 apiece, or was it 34?
It was tied.
It was tied, and it was up there. 15 seconds to go in this one. Vikings looking at a 2nd down and 8, 42-21. Stick around. Don't forget, we'll archive this one up, and you can watch it immediately for the replay soon after, and the Vikings going to hand it off on a substitute tailback that's in the game for him that time, and that was number 24 on the carry, and that's going to run the clock down to double zeros. That was Hurt Garrison on the last one. As the teams meet at midfield, we'll take a 30-second timeout, and we'll come back and wrap this one up here in Macon, Georgia. Timeout. We'll be back.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester. Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester.
谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
It's time for the post-game wrap-up. Let's head back to the stadium and get the final verdict on this one, presented by Lester Miller, attorney at law. And welcome back. Time for the final verdict on this one here tonight from George S. Johnson Memorial Stadium. We'll get the final verdict on this presented by Lester Miller, attorney at law. John, Coach Sater, give me your thoughts on what you saw here tonight from both of these football teams.
Well, I saw Howard as a very physical team, both on defense and offense, and I saw a much improved FPD team play a team that's just a little better than they are. I think FPD will be fine in Class A. You look at Class A, Stratford lost tonight. Tatnall won the first game. We'll see if Tatnall's any good. FPD's right in that mix with the other Macon schools, but just a little bit out-muscled by a very good Howard team tonight.
Yeah. And no doubt they were in the game all night and played a very good game. Got to get more efficient on offense. So too many completion ratio, especially if you can't run the football.
Yards of total offense.
Right.
You know, nobody's going to win any games with less than 200. Some of FPD's success. FPD plays schools of their own size. Long stuff and, you know, open up the offense just a little bit more.
Well, it's time for the DSBN. John Cosater give you the totals for this man tonight because he was the workhorse. Kelly.
Right, and I mean, let's look at Jeremiah Kelly first. 18 carries, 94 yards. Very good game. He had a touchdown too. But tonight's game belonged to Javarcier Meadows. 16 carries, 108 yards, 5 receptions, gives him 13 receptions in 2 games, Russell, which is pretty amazing. 5 catches, 112 yards tonight, and 4 big touchdowns. What a 1-2 combo that is if these kids can stay healthy.
Yep. Well, it was a good night. It was a great broadcast. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to all our sponsors. Thanks for your football. College. He's got a full slate. Dogs and Vandy. Big one, Auburn and Oregon. All kind of football tomorrow. It's a wonderful life, and it's a wonderful time of the year. That's going to do it from George S. Johnson Memorial Stadium. Your final. The Howard Huskies 42, the FPD Vikings 21. See you Thursday night, everybody, at Marco's Pizza. That's going to do it for us. Our time is up. We thank you for yours.